What's going on, YouTube Universe and beyond? It's the TRE to the Y, Trey here. So, I am going to do a video on this channel that I have never done before. I'm actually going to skip ahead, forget about the process and inner workings about Job Corps. I'm actually going to go step by step and give you my full-fledged, completely biased review on a Job Corps center. Considering how I've only been to two, I'm only able to produce two as compared to the average one per student can make. So I think that could be interesting and probably worth a couple of views, so I figure why not? Okay, so here's the rundown. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off my face cam. That's right, you don't have to see me through the entire video. Congratulations. Clap it up, clap it up. Now I'm going to do is share screenshots from the Job Corps Center's website so you guys can see what they're advertising at the time I post this video, because chances are they may change it, although more times than not they never do, which would be the perfect way to describe the next website I'm about to share with you guys. So without any further delay, let's get started. The Gainesville Job Corps Center, my very first Job Corps. You'll never forget your first. This being especially true for the Job Corps system. Okay, let me go ahead and address a few things. Right here, you'll see the front picture right here. That is the actual picture of the front office, which is new to me because when I applied and went to this Job Corps, when I did my research on it, it had a picture of the rec center, as their front and center picture of their center, if that makes any sense. So that's pretty interesting. Something that I didn't expect them to actually do and advertise like that. So as you can see, this is what the main office looked like, and you have three random shots. None of these people probably ever went to Gainesville, nevertheless Gainesville, Florida Job Corps Center. So yeah, you'll see this be a recurrent trend with the Job Corps websites, just sharing the same generic smiling graduate students and work and whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the website itself. At Gainesville Job Corps, students receive the skills necessary to succeed in today's workforce at no cost to them or their families. This is true. It is free and it is a government-run program. For those of you who already been doing the research, you know this already, so nothing really out of the ordinary here. It says here that this is a Job Corps that prides itself in taking steps to help protect our environment and connect students with businesses and their surrounding communities through green training. Now, what that basically is regular training from Job Corps, but it's more economically friendly. With this program in place, you'll see they're really heavy on recycling. So if you're not one to recycle, they will get on your ass about that, just so you know. Let's go to About Us. So the what we do part is what they just copy and paste to like every Job Corps website. The only thing they change here is the name. At Gainesville Job Corps Center, we support this Job Corps program mission of teaching eligible young people the skills they need to become employable and independent, yada 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 yada. As you see, you even have a picture of the sign they have at the front that says "Welcome to Gainesville Job Corps Center, U.S. Department of Labor, operated by Diligent." I know this was the case when I was there. I don't know if Diligent is still operating this Job Corps Center. So for those of you who don't know, each Job Corps Center is independently operated. Although they're all as part of the Department of Labor, each Job Corps has their own employer. They all have their own separate employer that contracts them through the Department of Labor. So in this case, people who work for Diligent are the instructors, the cafeteria workers, the RAs. They all work for Diligent. And who we are. The Gainesville Job Corps Center is overseen by the Atlanta Regional Office of Job Corps. That is true because it's part of the South, and all the southern centers are part of the Atlanta region of Job Corps. Even the Atlanta Job Corps is part of the Atlanta region of Job Corps. Our center director is Sam Colabo, however the hell you pronounce that. No, it is not. I can tell you from experience this is wrong. This information has been wrong since March of 2013, which is the last time this page been updated. The contact information seems to be pretty uptight and on point since the last time I used it. That's the legit address, which I will recommend you make sure your people get down in case they want to send you anything, which they can, to you on center. And this would be the address they use, except instead of Gainesville Job Corps Center, they would write your name. And additional contact information is available to our contacts page. We'll get to that later. Next, let's go to admissions. And pretty much straightforward. They say if you want to get in, just call the national number. Don't call us, or we will disconnect you. They might transfer you, but I sincerely doubt that. Academics is the same copy paste that every other website has. It hasn't been updated since 2009. What that tell you? Um, yeah, this center offers academics and help you get your high school diploma, GED. If you want to go to college afterwards, they might have a program that'll help you do that, but I haven't seen the soul ready to partake in such a task. And career training. This is the link you click to learn what trades your center offers. Automotive technology, which is learning how to be an auto mechanic. It's a trade all of its own. It's neither hard or nor soft in the Job Corps curriculum. Business technology, which is basically their fancy way of saying office administration. Carpentry, pretty straightforward, hard trade. Culinary arts, a soft trade. Facility maintenance, hard trade. This is a trade you'll get stuck with when A, you just there and you just want to get a random job, you don't care what, or B, you really just didn't have that many options. In my opinion, it just seems like it's just the liberal arts of Job Corps. It's a option, but not really a most profitable one. Although there is money to be made, and being a custodian is not really a career choice that you would want, people would want you to strive for it. Health occupations. This is kind of outdated, and it says so right here on the website. This hasn't been updated since 2011. So let me go ahead and explain to you what happened here. Health occupations is basically CNA and CMA. Now, CNA is a clinical nurse assistant, which would be the blue scrubs, and they have CMA, which is the clinical medical assistant, or the teal or green scrubs. Totally different trades, but they're pretty much both under the health occupations banner. But as you can see here, they certainly didn't put enough time and effort to try to update that information for our people who might be interested in taking up said trade in this center. We have painting, which is pretty self-explanatory, pre-law enforcement, and finally tile setting, which I'm pretty sure is not a trade anymore. It wasn't a trade when I was there. I'm pretty sure they didn't bring back that trade for a reason. Benefits. It's the same of every site. The same information. You get an allowance. You get 3 meals a day. You got a wellness center. You got benefits. Done. Oh, but here's the catch. Yeah, if you actually pay attention to the housing heading, you'll see that this center houses 195 male students and 120 female students. You add those numbers up together and you get a class of 315. Wow, that's something. A class of 300. But that means, that's right, you got a small ass center. Everybody knows your name whether they want to or not. Like, if you want privacy, this is not the center for you. Because if you mess up, everybody will know. If you even go out and dated someone, everybody will know. Center Life, same copy pasta from the before. This page hasn't been updated since 2012. Not as long as the other pages, but still pretty fucking long. Typically, a Job Corps is full of activities, help our students prepare for the real world, yada yada yada. Um, I don't want to say bullshit, but it's pretty much bullshit. Like this part. Most students are in bed by 10 p.m. in order to rest for the next day's task. Let me go ahead and tell you, yes, you have a certain time, you have lights out, and you have a curfew. Curfews are usually around 9 p.m., and of course, they want lights out around 10. But, and here's a big but here, they forget to mention that there's a bunch of times in between those hours, being if you may or may not want to take a shower at night, whatever night detail you might have that'll require you to stay up later than you might want it to, and it depends on whether or not you want to go to bed or not. You're not forced to go to bed, you're just forced to have the lights off. And you make sure they'll have RAs go in your room during the night to make sure of whether or not you are compliant of this or not. Most of the time, they want you to be asleep because then they don't want to be blamed. Why wasn't this student sleeping when he was supposed to? Of course, the student will get blamed, but you already know they'll blame whoever and anybody as much as possible. Recreation. This is, in a way, pretty legit because the recreational center, from my experience, was the most up to date building at that facility. So that was like the default go to spot for everybody. And if you wanted to meet somebody, you go to the rec. You wanted to fight somebody, you go in front of the rec. You wanted to do something, you go to the rec. They had all sorts of rooms. They had legit rooms, and it was great. They had a legit area to play pool. They had a legit gaming room, although the TVs were outdated at 2005 standards. They had a legit movie room where you could watch movies. You had a legit art room. The whole recreational center as a whole was legit as hell. It really makes me so envious of that Job Corps compared to the one I went to later on. Safety. One thing I can definitely give props to the center for is their safety policies. They really take that seriously and they really have the students' best interest in mind. No matter how tedious or how mind-numbingly dull these rules could be at times, at least this center never went hayboard and say, nobody's allowed to leave campus forever now. Uh, as you can tell, I had my fair share of bad experiences with Job Corps. You click on frequently asked questions or the FAQ page, same information as anything else. The real information you want from this is can I bring my child to the center? In this case, Gainesville Job Corps does not offer child care on center. Your admissions counselor explained that all options are available. That's basically it. Everything else is the same on every other website. And with the number at the bottom. Great. So let's go ahead and go to center jobs. This isn't important. This just tells you what jobs they're looking to hire for. Like in this, as of this recording, they're looking for a maintenance worker, an instructor, career skills instructor, a new CNA instructor. That's new. A new custodian, a new food service aide, human resource manager, receptionist, safety manager, and a new security officer. If you feel like you might need any or all of these, then in your ideal center, then this center will not be for you. And I recommend probably going with another center that has these criteria filled up to the best of their ability. And finally, travel directions. And this is written in local speak. So if you wanted this location in a way that you can find it in your area, I would recommend just using Google Maps. So that's all you need to really know about Gainesville Job Corps. All in all, I say that this center was pretty good, but then again, I suffer from first center syndrome, which happens to be when you happen to have a certain favoritism of one center over the other, particularly your first. Once you've been exposed to that center and their lifestyle, adjusting to a new center and their lifestyle will probably be a unpleasant experience. I have yet to meet someone who was more satisfied in their new center than they were in their previous one. Well, I hope this information was plenty for you to go on. Oops, the camera's back on. I hope that was enough information for you. If you have any other questions about Gainesville Job Corps Center, please do not hesitate to ask me because I will be available whether I want to be or not. And not to forget to give props to the YouTuber that gave me the inspiration to do this video in the first place. Her channel will be in the description below. Check her out. She did a great video review of her experience in Turner Job Corps, and I recommend you guys who might be interested in that to check it out. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever you might feel like doing. It helps out the channel a lot. Peace. Bye bye.